Hello friends, welcome back to IEN Facts Canada. My name is Anne. Today I'm going to take you through the whole registration process for internationally educated nurses in the province of Nova Scotia. We are going to go through the expedited process step by step as I'm going to show you in my browser. So take a pen and paper and get ready to make some notes. Okay, stay tuned. So guys, this is the Nova Scotia College of Nursing website, and we are going to go straight ahead to the international hub, international nurse hub. That's where we are going to find all the information that we need. And so this opens up a window to the International Nurse Hub, and here you got all the information that you're going to need for this registration. So before you begin, remember we have the Nova Scotia International Community of Health Workers Engagement Survey. So remember, you're going to do that. I'm going to show you the questions that are in that survey. It's just like a 1-minute survey or even less. We are going to go directly to the expedited licensure process for the 7 designated countries. And remember, this is where we have nurses from the Philippines, India, Nigeria, Australia, US, UK, and New Zealand. Okay, so let's find out how we are going to put in this application. So first of all, I'm going to open up the survey for you guys so that you can be able to see what is in that survey. And this is how the survey looks like. And you just need to give in your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number. And they state here clearly that if you're a registered nurse from Australia, India, Nigeria, New Zealand, the Philippines, the United Kingdom, or the United States, please complete this survey so we can match you with a comprehensive immigration, settlement, and employment support in Nova Scotia. So these are the people who are going to connect you to the employers and immigration. And then you're just going to answer this question here. Are you a registered nurse from one of the designated countries? So you're going to say yes. Once you answer that question, then you're going to consent that your information can be shared among the stakeholders for this survey. Once you're done with your survey, then you're going to come back here to the applicant portal information, and you're going to find all the information that I shared in the other video of all the documents that you need. Once you have all the documents that you need, then you can be able to start your application, and you're just going to come here starting the application and then click that link provided there, and it's going to bring you to international nurse not currently licensed in Canada page. Okay, and here we have 2 steps. So step number 1 is to fill in the survey. Okay, and then step number 2 is to choose your licensure pathway. Okay, so if you're from the designated countries, then you're going to choose that. If you're from any other country around the world, then you're going to say no. Okay, so if you are from the designated countries, then you're going to say yes. And here are the criteria for this page. So it says that this registration is for nurses who are registered and hold a current license in good standing that entitles them to practice as registered nurse in the 7 designated country. It also states clearly that if you have an expired license, then you are unable to reestablish or activate it, then you are not eligible to apply for this pathway. We are going to come to the applicant portal, and here is where you are going to create your profile and an account, and you're going to click on this link here, which is going to take you to the sign up page. And once you're here, you're going to click sign up. Okay, so here you're going to provide your email address, and then you're going to confirm your email address, and then you're going to go to the next page. The next page is going to ask you to create a password and confirm your password. Once you have created your account and your profile, then you can log in, and you're going to select your application type, which is going to be RN expedited country, okay? And then you're going to submit all the documents that you have prepared. You're going to submit 2 pieces of ID. You're going to submit your verification of registration, and then you're going to submit your criminal record check. You're going to pay for your application, and for the nurses from the UK and Australia, they're going to provide information from their school just to confirm their theory and clinical instruction. Okay, so once you are able to provide all that information that is required of you, then you are going to get your verdict, and the next step is that your application will be approved. So if you are coming from the designated countries and you are able to provide all the required documents, then your application is going to be approved. Okay, so once your application is approved, you are going to have some options, and those options are for your conditional license, because here we have 2 kinds of nurses. There are those nurses who are already in Canada, and maybe international nurses who are applying from outside Canada. So there are few things for you to consider before you activate your conditional license. Let's find out all the information and all the options that you have for your conditional license. Okay, and this is where we are going to open. So you're going to get this message: congratulations, you are eligible to apply for RN conditional license and to take the NClex RN examination. Okay, but before you activate your license, before you click on that NClex registration, there are few options for you to consider, and I talked about them in my previous video. So but here we have a very good infographic information on the 4 options, on the 4 options. Okay, so here are the 4 options, and with the reason and the guidance on who should take which option. Okay, so for option number 1 is to get a conditional license and apply to take the exam now. Okay, so this option is best for international nurses who have a job offer and an immigration pathway, or are ready to practice as a nurse in Nova Scotia and are ready to take the registration exam. Okay, so I think this pathway or this option is good for the international nurses that are already in Canada, because if you're already in Canada, you are ready to practice. Okay, and if you are ready to write your NClex, you can go ahead and choose this option. Okay, the next option is to get a conditional license now and take exam later. So this one, this option is for international nurses who have a job offer and an immigration pathway, or are ready to practice as a nurse in Nova Scotia, but they want more time to prepare for their registration exam. Okay, so you see, for this one, you have your job offer, you have an immigration pathway, you are ready to go. So that one is for nurses who are able to meet that criteria. Okay, option number 3 is to take the exam now and get a conditional license later. Okay, so this option is best for international nurses who do not have any job offer, or they do not have any immigration pathway, and they are not yet ready to practice as a nurse in Nova Scotia. Okay, that means they are not yet in Canada. So this option is best for those who are applying from outside of Canada. Okay, fourth option is to get a conditional license later and take the exam later. This option is also best for nurses who are waiting for a job offer or an immigration pathway, and they are not ready to practice as nurse in Nova Scotia, and they are not ready to take the registration exam. Okay, so those nurses who are applying from outside of Canada, and they're not ready, like they do not have an immigration pathway, they do not have a job offer, so they're still working on that before they can be able to activate their conditional license. So those are the 4 options, and you can be able to gauge yourself and see where you are. Okay, for those people who have already passed their NClex, so they are going to get their practice license. So they're not going to get the conditional license, but they're going to get their full practice license, so they can be able to practice in Nova Scotia. So the practice license does not like expire like the conditional license, and you can be able to renew it every year. Okay, but with the conditional license, it's valid for 12 months, and once the 12 months are over, you will not be able to renew your conditional license. So your conditional license is to help you to be able to work as you prepare for your entry exam, that is NClex. All right, and therefore if you surpass the 12 months, then you will not be able to practice until you pass your NClex. And the other thing is that if you fail your NClex for 3 times, they're going to stop you from working. Okay, and you're supposed to report yourself actually. So if you fail 3 times, then you're going to stop working and communicate to your employer. Okay, so you cannot continue to use your conditional license. All right, if you're in Canada, you must activate your conditional license, or your conditional license is going to be deemed active from the time they say you are eligible for it. Okay, so you better use that time wisely and be able to get things going. For those who are out of the country, once they land, then they are going to their conditional license are going to be deemed active when they land. Okay, so make sure you're also able to prepare for your NClex before your conditional license expires. All right, and with the first activation, so there is a fee that you pay for your conditional license, and once you pay for that fee, your conditional license is valid for 4 months, and then you will need to renew it to make for the 12 months. Okay, so those are some of the of the things that you need to consider for this application. This application is very, very simplified, and it's very, very, very easy. Okay, so if you are ready to activate your conditional license, there are 5 steps for you to follow, and it's very easy. You just go to your registration portal, and then you're going to find an invoice. You're going to pay the fee, then you're going to print your license. Okay, so it's very, very simple. And if you're ready to take your NCLEX, then you're also going to log in into your portal, and there is going to be an invoice for you next to the NCLEX. So you're going to find your conditional license and your NCLEX invoices on your portal, so you can be able to choose which one you want to do. So for your NCLEX, you're going to choose your NCLEX and click on the invoice that is next to the NCLEX, and then you're going to register with the Pearson VUE, and you're going to pay the amount that is there, register, and then you're going to schedule your exam. They also have like a few questions that they have answered here. If you're seeking any information about the NCLEX, about the conditional license, if you want to know more what happens, then they have all the information that you need here. Okay, I know there's lots of information on this website, so you can always check it out and get your questions answered through the frequently asked questions or question and answers for the RN registration. You can always find all that information in here. Once you begin your application, expires, or your document that you have provided expires in 24 months. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention about this expedited registration is that you do not need to prove your language. You do not need any IELTS for this expedited process, and you do not require any NNS. You do not require any credential evaluation for this process, because nurses from these designated countries, they are deemed to have an equal credentials as the nurses in Canada, so they can be able to practice safely in Canada. The other thing is that if you have passed your NCLEX, then you need also to send in to request your regulatory body to send in your results. Okay, so those are the few steps, and your registration is complete. And actually, once you have submitted all your documents, they only take 5 days to process your application. So within 5 days, you have your conditional license. Okay, or you have your practice license, depending if you have already passed your NCLEX. So it's as simple as that. 5 days and you have everything that you need to practice in Nova Scotia. So this is very, very, very easy and very, very simplified registration process for the internationally educated nurses. All right, guys. So that's all for today. If you have any comments, kindly leave the comments in the comment section. If you have any question, drop it in there. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, to share this information with your friends and other nurses, and guys, like if this information is helpful to you. And with that much, I wish you all the best with your application. See you in our next video.